My brothers and sisters in Knicks Nation. Today is Sunday. It is the 14th day of May. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there today. I'm going to be having dinner with my wife, who is a mother of my four children, as well as my stepmother and my daddy today. And so we're going to try to keep this to an hour or maybe a little longer than that today. We'll talk about what we need to talk about. And so, given that we don't want to waste a lot of time, those of you that are here, welcome, Saucy Thanos, A. Quincy Jones, Flatbush Dre, how y'all doing? Terrence Carter, Aaron Spalding, welcome to all of you. I hope you're all enjoying your weekend, your Mother's Day weekend. Peace, old dog, Chick George, how you doing? Jose Vasquez, Drip Moore, my man, Drip Moore from Florida, how you doing? Francisco Acevedo, Tony Tippins, Fight Evil, Jeff Abramson, my man, brother Stephen Kelly, Derek Butler, V-Dash, my brother, Glenn Costin, my man, Harlem Knight, Jim Adino, Brooklyn Buddha, my brother Superstar, looking forward to seeing y'all. Viz Shop, my man, Jersey Rick, Justin Moore, the only DM Dawson, got you, Mr. Jorgensen. All right, what's up? Ice Handsome, Splash 1976, my brother, Grand Rising Malik Shabazz, Gary, how you doing? Oh, thank you already, Jack City, for the $2 super chat. Appreciate that. Kevin Bergen, Coach Rubens, my man, how you doing? Kanal Bon Lawa, my Ak, how you doing? Sister Margaret Edwards, nice to see you. Johnny Davis, A-Tone, Organic Nick, my brother Ruel, Politically Not Correct, how you doing? Akil Hicks, the New York Knicks City and Squad, how are y'all? The Real Walt and New York City, Ralph Petito, how y'all doing? I hope everybody is enjoying their Mother's Day weekend. And I hope, and again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers of y'all, to all of your wives, all of you fathers who have mothers, significant mothers in your life. Hello, Michael Drake, Ice Handsome again, William Ortiz, Jay Supreme, Kenny Adams. Hello, all of y'all. So salute to all of you. Again, I'm hoping all you enjoying your weekend, that you're safe and healthy, your family's safe and healthy. Now, let's talk about our team. Let's talk about our team. Let's talk about our team, okay? Sister Junior, hey, what's up? And hello, what's up? Happy Mother's Day. All right, so first off, y'all know me, and all of y'all that are in the chat that are hearing this right now, let's just get this out in the open right now. I'm too old to waste time. I am not in the rehab business. So the crack babies of the multi-generational Nick curse, I don't want to hear from y'all today. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear y'all buying into who's to blame. Listen to me. I'm not trying to hear who's to blame. Y'all who have that attitude of buying into the fake media and you're looking to blame somebody for the Knicks loss instead of looking longer term. I don't have time or energy for that today. Okay, I don't have time. We're not doing that today. I'm also, as y'all would probably know, I am not trying to hear fire Thibodeaux. No, I'm not hearing that today. So don't even bring that today because we're going to have a very short conversation if that's the case. Okay? So let's talk about the future. Let's talk about what the Knicks have accomplished. And let's talk about the future. The goal here, the goal, brethren, is for long-term sustainable winning to be part of the culture of Madison Square Garden. Y'all got me so far. This is the goal. Keep the goal in mind. The goal, brothers and sisters in Knicks Nation, is to keep long-term sustainable winner as the culture of Madison Square Garden. So therefore, we are looking to see what will help the Knicks win, not in the short term, in the long term. Miami Heat just beat the Knicks because they have a stronger and more long-term culture. The Miami Heat are going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals for the second time in 3 years with a bunch of guys that weren't even drafted because they have a long-term sustainable winning culture. Okay? We don't get that overnight. Pat Riley has developed that over a 20-plus year period, including keeping Eric Spoelstra as his coach for at least 15 seasons. This is how you do it. You do not do it by talking about firing your coach every 2 or 3 seasons. So those of you on that tip need to go back, go get that crack rehab, and get out of here. Now, okay, get out of here. Because you're buying into that multi-generational Knick curse. Okay? All right. Again, let's talk about the Knicks. 2018, 2019. 2018, 2019, 5 years ago. Under David Fizdale. Brother Jorgensen, thank you. Thank you so much, bro, for creating this space for us Knicks fanatics. It has truly been a pleasure to be on a journey with you. That's right. Let's go Knicks. And again, Jorgensen said something very important here. Thanks for that $20. Thanks for that dub. But look, y'all need to understand that there's a journey. And you don't get there overnight. It's a journey. Enjoy the journey. Okay? Enjoy the journey. Okay? Enjoy the journey. All right. Peace, beloved, son from Brooklyn. So 2018, 2019, under David Fizdale, the Knicks won 17 games. 17 games and lost 65 games. And that was after, I didn't even go back to before that to Hornacek, because you won 21 games. Okay? I didn't go back. But from 2018, 2019, 17 games. 2019, 2020, 21 wins. Then comes Thibodeaux. 2020, 2021, 41 wins. 4th seed. 2021, 2022, they added Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier. Bad moves, as we know, 37 wins, which was still 20 wins better than they had in the Fizdale. And they were 37-45. Then, of course, this season, 47-35, 5th seed in the East. They were before the season. It was y'all remember it was a 38.5 over under. It was 38.5 over under for the Knicks. They win 47 games, 5th seed in the East, 7th in net rating, 3rd in offensive rating. Okay, this is in year 3 of Tom Thibodeaux. You got to be a fool to be talking about firing this coach. You got to be a fool. You got to be. Okay? 2 top 5 finishes in 3 seasons in New York, the worst market to be coaching in, and you talking about firing him? Y'all got to be crazy. You got to be on some Stephen A. stupid stuff. You got to be. Okay? You don't fire coaches that do that when you was winning 17 and 21 games. You don't do that. That's not long-term sustainable winning. Okay? Go back, get your diaper on, do what you got to do, talk to your mama, but that ain't the way you do things when you're an adult and you're looking at long-term sustainable winning. Okay? That ain't how you do it. Thanks, John Mark, for that $10. This journey should not include Randall, my opinion. If we can flip him for Cat, that would make my day. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that, John Mark. But let's take this one piece at a time. Okay, take this one piece at a time. Now, so we are looking to build on what we have done. Y'all understand that? So you have a 3-year track record of success here now. You have a 3-year track record of success. Okay? Y'all got me? You got a 3-year track record of success. Y'all heard that? So you want to build on the success. And listen here. If you are one of these people making these NBA 2K trade when you're replacing like 4 players in your rotation for all new players, you're stupid. You don't need to do that. That's dumb. Okay, and I've seen too many of those already. Long, paragraphs and paragraphs of trade scenarios, replacing all of these guys and getting all new guys. That's dumb. You don't do that. That's not building on what you have. Or like I heard some of these people on TV talking about trade everybody except for Randall and Brunson. I'm like, what? Are you crazy? So some people are just plain stupid. Look, sports is entertainment. And some people are not interested in long-term sustainable winning as much as they're interested in creating entertainment. Do you understand me? They're not creating long-term sustainable winning. They're creating fodder for clickbait, fodder for argument instead of long-term sustainable winning. So you don't replace all your rotation and just start over with two guys that you think could take you to the promised land. That's short-term thinking. We're talking about long-term sustainable winning. Okay, so that means you don't make a drastic overhaul of the roster that you've taken 3 years to build. Are you all hearing me? It took really 5 when you include RJ and Mitchell. It took 5 years to build this roster. Okay, so let's keep what we got and just tweak it. Now, look now, we got to talk about money. Okay, we got to talk about money because listen, in the NBA, as I've told y'all, I believe very strongly, you got to build from within. You build from the draft. You develop from within. You develop your team like that, okay? So you got the draft picks. You did what you had to do. So now you building on that. And you got to talk about money because money determines how much tax you're going to pay and all that. Thank you, Kendall Buchanan, for the $2, $10. Austin and Kendall, I got you, man. Thank you. Thank all y'all. So now let's talk about money. Now I'm taking and I'm going to put this in the description box. Some of these numbers I'm going to share with y'all are from basketballreference.com and some of them are from spotrac.com. Okay, so that's what we're talking about today. These are the 2 areas I'm going to be sharing. I'll put them in the description box when we're done. Okay, so we got to talk about money first. Coming into 23-24. Thank you, Russell Reed, for the $10. Hey, Raw, for those Knicks tripping and compare, let's look at Chicago, Charlotte, Atlanta, Cleveland. Right. Teams that have stars we thought were ahead of us. That's right. That's right. Okay. Donovan Mitchell was watching the second round. The Knicks were playing in the second round. Let me say that again. Donovan Mitchell was watching the second round. The Knicks were playing in the second round. Okay. So no, we shouldn't have traded RJ and we shouldn't have traded Grimes for Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell was watching the second round. The Knicks are playing in the second round. Okay? So now, as coming into the 23-24 season, okay, the Knicks will have $164 million of guaranteed contracts. Let's get that straight. So that's over the cap. That's actually $2 million over the luxury tax of $162 million. Luxury cap is $162 million. So the Knicks have guaranteed contracts of $164 million. You don't want to pay taxes when you haven't won, at least gotten to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Knicks are close, but you don't want to pay luxury taxes if you ain't won nothing, if you ain't got to the Eastern Conference Finals yet. The Knicks are coming next year to that, in my opinion. But right now, you don't want to pay that. So you're going to have to reduce some salary. All right? I want to make sure y'all understand this. You got to reduce some salary. You know, when I was a boy, when I was 15, 16, 14, 17, and when Doc was playing, Dr. J, when he was in his prime, first with the Nets and then the Philly. But when my fellas would get together during the NBA season, especially when he was in Philly, we'd roll up all weed. We'd be smoking all weed in my basement, watching Doc play. We wouldn't even put the sound on. We'd have music playing, and we'd be watching the game on television. And every time Andrew, Tony, or World Be Free took a shot, we'd be yelling at the TV, "Get a ball to Doc!" We'd be yelling at the TV like all night. Some of y'all remember, we'd be yelling at the TV, and we'd be like, "Get a ball to Doc!" You know, because that was our guy, and we wanted him to shoot the ball every time. That's because we was Dr. J fans. Okay, we was Dr. J fans. Not necessarily Philly fans, we was Dr. J fans. So we didn't care about ball movement, defense. What we wanted was Doc to score 30. That's what we wanted. We wanted to see Doc, and we wanted to see him dunk on somebody and score 30. That's what the entertainment was for us. So right now, you got people that are still in that vein. In other words, they got a favorite player on the Knicks, and they don't care about ball movement, about defense, about overall team net rating, about all that. They want their favorite player to stay on the Knicks. Yeah, I was smoking that weed when I was a teenager, no doubt. I was smoking weed when I was a teenager. And I'm not judging anybody. I don't smoke it anymore. I haven't smoked it in 40 years, but I'm not judging anybody that does. Don't get me wrong. It's got some additional benefits. But that's what I used to do when I was a teenager. We'd be out there smoking our blunts, man, and we'd be watching Doc and say, "Give Doc the ball, stop passing the ball, come on, stop shooting, Tony, stop shooting, world be free, give Doc the ball," you know. And we loved Maurice Cheeks because he would pass Doc the ball. You understand? So some of y'all are going to be upset of some of the things I say today because some of your favorite players on the Knicks, I might be suggesting should be traded. Okay, and I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings because now my object has changed. What I want now is the Knicks to win as a team long term, right? It ain't about seeing somebody dunk or drop Brunson drop 40. It's about the Knicks winning. All right, y'all got me? HMA, oh man, HMA Sec 187. Man, dropping 100 bill. All right. No firing of anyone. No panic move. Stability is important in this league. That's right. That's how you win long term. Got to have stability, especially in the front office and the coaching staff. Got to have stability. Okay. Got to have stability. All right. So what I'm going to suggest, some of y'all may not like because some of your favorite players may be on the move. But let's talk about this. Okay. So again, right now, we're talking about $164 million. The Knicks are $2 million over the salary cap, over the tax apron. They be paying tax money. Okay, they be paying tax money. So let's talk about, to me, you got Derrick Rose is an expiring $15.5 million. All right. And Evan Fournier done admitted he knows he's out of there. That's $19 million. So that's 34 between the two of them. Okay, that's $34 million. Then you got Hartenstein is an $8 million expiring deal. That's $42 million. Then you got Emmanuel Quickly. We're going to talk about him. That's $46 million. Then you got Julius Randle at $28 million. The total is $74 million between those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players. $74 million. Okay, that's $74 million. Thank you, Send the Art Man. Brunson did everything he could. If Randle and RJ even hit 2 shots, we win. That's right. The game got so intense, me and my mother-in-law got into it because I wanted her out of there. Oh, I know how you feel, man. My wife dips her head in and says, "They winning?" I'll say, "Nah," and then she'll leave. If they winning, I say, "Yeah," she'll come in. So yes, I know exactly what you're talking about, man. Man, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, and she know better to come. I need you to do this or that. Don't even talk to me during the game. Okay, she knows that. My wife knows that. Okay. Hey, Miss Stevenson, how you doing? Happy Mother's Day. Mark Martin, how you doing? What's up from Baltimore? Liam Nelson, how you doing? Russell Reed, how you doing? Elixir Flow, how you doing? And listen, all the mothers in the house, happy Mother's Day to all of y'all. So we're talking about $164 million. And then Rose, Fournier, Randle, Quickly, and Hartenstein, that's $74 million. So you take $74 million. Now, we're not finished. Just bear with me for a second, okay? Okay, Knicks Nation? So you got 164, you minus the 74 million, and you're at 90 million. Okay? Now, you're going to add back, okay? So we're going to add back, but we had 90 million. So who are we keeping? RJ is off the table with one exception. We'll talk about that, and y'all will know who that is. Just one exception. Brunson is off the table. Mitch Rob is off the table. Deuce and Sims are actually off the table because they're too cheap and they're good, right? Then you got Grimes. And to me, Obi Toppin is dependent on if you trade Julius Randle. If you trade Julius Randle, you're going to be able to keep Obi Toppin. If you do not trade Julius Randle, you will trade Obi Toppin because Obi Toppin is a starter level talent. He's not going to be 15 minutes a game anymore. So he's either going to be playing or he's going to be traded. I want to keep Obi Toppin. Okay. He's a New York kid. He was drafted 8th by the Don. I want to keep him. He's actually cheaper. You don't need to extend him until next year. So you can take that $7 million and keep that on your books and you ain't got to worry about it because that's what he is. He's $6.8 million. Money. We're talking about money. Again, take the fan hat off and look at the money. 7 million versus 28 million. Okay? All right? 7 million versus 20. Listen to me now. 7 million versus 28 million. All right? So I'm keeping Barrett's 24 million. I'm keeping Brunson's 26 million. I'm keeping Mitch Rob's 16 million. Deuce and Sims combined is like less than 4 million. I'm keeping Grimes. He's probably going to be about 3 million. And I'm keeping Obi at 7 if I can. That's what it is. So now what do you got to do? Your Rose is going to be out. Fournier is going to be traded. You may have to attach an asset to move Fournier. Y'all understand that? You may have to attach an asset to move Evan Fournier. What is the asset? That's Emmanuel Quickly. Are you listening to me? Because he's a $19 million. You may have to attach an asset. Now, Emmanuel Quickly, if did some of y'all see the program where Ahmad Rashad interviewed Emmanuel Quickly? Did y'all see that? Where Ahmad Rashad interviewed him and asked him about starting. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? I'm going to ask y'all, did y'all see that? Do y'all remember what Emmanuel Quickly said when he was asked about starting? He said, I want to start. Did y'all hear that? He said, I want to start. Okay? He wants to start. Okay? As long as Jalen Brunson is on this team, Emmanuel Quickly is not going to start. Let's be real now. All right? Are you ready? As long as Jalen Brunson is on this team, Emmanuel Quickly is not going to start. That's right. He sees himself as a starter. And you know what I think? He is a starter. Okay? Emmanuel Quickly is a starter talent in the NBA. There's no doubt in my mind. I don't want to hear he's not a point guard. The boy could start and he could lead the team. I'm not worried about it. Okay? Now, he's not going to do that in New York. He's not going to do that. So you want to get something for him. And you're going to attach Evan Fournier and you get something, hopefully some expiring money for him. Expiring money. I'm not looking for a superstar. Expiring money for him, if I could get that. Okay? With some draft capital. Okay? Randall. There's too many ways to move Randall. There's too many ways to move him. It's just, to me, somebody said, where you going to get? There's too many ways to move Randall. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about the possibilities. I got you 3 really, and I'm not talking about Cat either. I'm not talking about Cat. And although some of y'all are strong on Cat, some of y'all are weaker on Cat, I'm not worried about Cat because he's under contract and he's not going nowhere unless he says he wants to go somewhere. So we don't have to talk about Karl Anthony Towns. He's under contract with Minnesota. He's not going anywhere. Okay? There's multiple ways. Kristaps Porzingis. In a heartbeat, I would take Kristaps Porzingis. For number one, he's better than Julius Randle. He can play the 5 and he can play the 4. He could fit right in. Higher IQ, much better attitude. He's not the Kristaps that left here with his knucklehead brother. This is a grown man now. He's much more mature. And he doesn't have to play more than 60 games because we got Obi. We keep Obi, and Obi would start at least 40 games. Okay? Obi would start at least 40 games. No, Kristaps doesn't have the lateral movement, but he plays better defense than Julius Randle. I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to give you an effort every night on the defensive end. And y'all know, I ain't got to talk about how he can shoot the rock. Okay? I ain't going to talk about how he can shoot. Y'all know he can shoot the rock. Okay? He's consistent. He's going to give you a consistent effort on defense. Yes, he'll get beat laterally. He would. He doesn't have the lateral movement. But it's irrelevant because Julius doesn't give a crap half the time on defense. Okay, so I'll take Kristaps in a heartbeat. Lewis Luck, thanks for the $5. I'd rather trade Quick without attaching him to Fournier. I think he would net more assets. Yes, but you got to get rid of Fournier. You got to get that $19 million off your books. You're going to have to attach an asset to do it. Okay, you got to get that $19 million off your books. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Obi Toppin, some of you people are short-sighted. Obi Toppin plays better the more minutes he gets. He's not a guy that's built to come off the bench. To me, he's shown outstanding ability coming off the bench and doing work when he did. But If you start him, you're going to get 20 and 10 from him or something close to that. You're going to get Amari Stoudemire type numbers with better ball movement, better effort on defense from Obi Toppin. Okay, you're going to get that. No attitudes from Obi Toppin. You're not going to see him pouting when things don't go his way. Okay, yes, his defense has improved. I don't know what you've seen. I watch a lot of basketball. Obi Toppin's defense has improved tremendously from his rookie year. If you're talking about Obi. If you're talking about Randall, yeah, I agree. His defense hasn't improved. But Obi, yes, give him that 35 minutes. I love that. Okay. So I would take KP, start him next to Mitch Robb, and then have him split minutes with Obi. Obi would get 20, 25 minutes a game with KP because KP can't play 40 minutes a game. Okay. Everybody knows that. So he would get, and then when KP got to sit because he hurt something, Obi starts. We ain't missing nothing. Okay. And that you can trade Randall for KP straight up. Straight up. Okay. Straight up. You could trade them straight up. I would do it in a heartbeat because KP can be UFA this summer. He can opt out and be unrestricted. Now, Washington, I heard, wants to re-sign him, but ain't nothing wrong with a phone call. If I'm in New York, ain't nothing wrong with a phone call because I'm trading Randall while his value is high. I'm saying I got a 2-time All-NBA dude. What you gonna give me for him? Okay, I'll send him to Washington. I have no problem. I'll send him to Washington or do a 3-way. Miami will take him. Okay, let's do that. Give me KP. Let's do that. Let's work something out. But I'll take KP. Okay, I'll take KP. That's number one. No, Tibbs wouldn't do that because you know why? What y'all need to find out is Tibbs listens to the medical staff. He has to. So if the medical staff says sit KP tonight, he's going to sit KP that night. If the medical staff says, Tibbs, you can only play him 28 minutes. Guess what Tibbs is going to do? Play him 28 minutes. If you don't tell Tibbs nothing, yeah, he'll try to play him 40 minutes. You know that. But now in the NBA, it's a different league, y'all. He'll ask the player how you feel, and he said it. He'll consult with the medical staff. So some of y'all get off that trip because if y'all tell him you got to set this guy up for 28 minutes a game, no more, he's going to play Obi more minutes. O-Dog definitely would trade Randall for KP straight up. I would do that. Okay, that's one possibility. That's one possibility. We also know Jeremy Grant is going to be an unrestricted free agent. Hasn't signed an extension with Portland. He's going to explore his options straight up. That's another straight up deal. Straight up, done. Straight up, done. Okay, straight up. No question. He starts, same team. See, listen, I'm telling y'all something I believe here. If you told me we just exchanged Julius Randle for KP or Julius Randle for Jeremy Grant, we would have beat Miami. I'm telling you right now. If you would exchange Julius Randle for either of those two guys, same team, but you just exchange him for either of those two guys, we beat Miami. Okay? We beat Miami in that scenario. I'm telling you right now. Okay? Because they'd have to come out, Bam would have to come out to guard KP, and KP will kill you from three. And KP has much higher IQ than Julius Randle. Much higher. He catch cutters. Man, please. And Jeremy Grant's defense is on another level every night on another level. Okay. So that's what I'm saying, Dumb Dondo. Even if listen to me now. All I need is KP to play 60 games in the regular season. I'll give Obi the other games to start, and Obi will play. Okay. If he even played 50 games, give Obi the other 32 games. And we got something going on. I'm going to do it. Okay. I'm going to do it. I would do that. Okay. So I have no problem with KP playing 50 games. No problem. As long as he's ready for the playoffs, we good. Okay. We good. And I'll take Obi. I'll ride Obi them 35, 40 minutes a game, and we'll be good. Okay. So I'm not worried about that. Grant is a defensive dude that worked himself into an offensive efficiency. I'll take Grant in a heartbeat. Now, let's talk about more speculative things. Listen here. If the Celtics lose today to the 76ers, listen to me now. If the Celtics lose to the 76ers today, it's game 7 today. If the Celtics lose to the 76ers today, what do y'all think? It's 50-50 that Brown stays. What do y'all think? It's 50-50 that Brown stays. I'm saying, and I'm giving it 50-50. Okay. If the Celtics lose to Philly today, it's 50-50 that Brown is staying. Okay. I'm not worried about Embiid. I don't want Embiid. I'm only of those two teams, I'm only looking at Jaylen Brown. Okay. If the Celtics lose today to Philly, it's 50-50 for Jaylen Brown. Dio, thanks for the $2 with Fournier plus a first round pick work. For what are you saying, Dio? For what are we getting back for that? I didn't catch that part, Dio. What are we getting back for that? So I don't know, but if the Celtics lose today to Philly, Brown is 50-50. Now, listen to me again. Jaylen Brown, I would first trade straight up for Julius Randle. I would trade Jaylen Brown straight up for Julius Randle. And why? Because Randle would fit Tatum's number one option on that team. Okay, Tatum would become the small forward. Julius would become the power forward. We move on from life right there. Okay, they got everybody the same. I would take Jaylen Brown and I would start Brown and RJ along the front line. Be a small front line, but I'd start that. You're talking about Brown, RJ, Mitch Rob, Grimes, and Brunson. You're talking about Obi. Again, you're going to have Obi you're going to be able to keep Obi in that scenario because he's going to be playing a lot. Okay, that's number one. I would have to contemplate. Get me right now. I'm not saying I would do it, but I would have to contemplate RJ for Brown. I would have to contemplate that. I would have to think about that. Are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm not saying we would do it, but if I'm the Don, I gotta look at that. I gotta look at that. If Brown is available, I gotta look at it. I'm not saying we make the trade, but I gotta look at it. I gotta take a good look at that trade. If you're talking about RJ Barrett for Jaylen Brown, I gotta take a good look at that trade. Buddy Held, I maybe, but I'm not real high on him. To me, the big guys I'd like to look at are guys that could replace Julius Randle. Okay, I hear you, Miss Edwards. I'm just saying I would have to, so Miss Edwards. Let me ask y'all a question. If the Celtics general manager called the Don and say, "What do you think about Jaylen Brown for RJ Barrett?" You tell me you just hang up the phone without talking to him? Would you talk to him? Would you talk to him? That's all I'm asking you. Would you talk to him? Would you say, what are you talking about? Or would you say, no, click? I mean, what would you do? You'd have to talk to him. Okay. You'd have to talk to him. Okay. You'd have to talk to him. So I just have to talk to him. I want to see what you're talking about. Okay. I can't just hang up the phone. Anybody else is asking for RJ, he's off the table. But if you're talking about Jaylen Brown, I'd have to talk to you. I want to see what you got to say to me. How much you want for this man? I got to see what you want to say. I believe in RJ too. I'm just saying you can't. This Jaylen Brown's all NBA and he's good. He's really good. He's 27. He's in his prime. I'd have to at least talk. No, I'm not trading RJ for Ingram. I'm not doing it. But if you're talking about Jaylen Brown, I'd have to at least talk to you. I'd have to at least discuss this with you. I'd have to at least have a conversation. What are you talking about? Okay. But my favorite moves would be either Grant or KP. And because my real motive here is to move Julius Randle. That's my motive. I'm trying to keep my team and move Julius Randle. I'm coming to the realization that Emmanuel Quickley wants to start and he's not starting for the Knicks. What can I get for Emmanuel Quickley in terms of cap relief, in terms of assets? I got to move Evan Fournier. Okay. And I may have to sweeten the pot if I want KP with Hartenstein. You know why? I need the cap room. I will trust Jericho Sims to be my new backup center. I will trust him to do that. I will trust Jericho Sims to be my new backup center. I will trust him to do that. I believe in Jericho Sims. Okay. I believe in Jericho Sims. I really do. I believe in him. So I have no problem grooming him to be Mitch Robbins' backup. I have no problem with that. In fact, he did play that role in the 8-game winning streak. Y'all remember? He did. So I wouldn't have a problem with Jericho Sims. I really would not have a problem. Yeah, I would keep both of them, and you're saving money. And now you got guys that you drafted still on the team. So I would do that. So Randall, Fournier, Rose, that's the money. You may have to add a Quick or a Hartenstein in order to make money work. Again, David Byer, we're talking about money here, not favorite players, money. Hartenstein's an $8 million expiring deal. You may have to add that to make a deal work. Okay. Hartenstein's an $8 million expiring deal. You may have to add him, get your favorite player hat off, and put your business hat on. You may have to trade him to make this money work. And you got Sims. See, some of y'all think you can have 3 deep backups at every position. That's not how the NBA works. They do that purposely. So if you lose a Giannis Antetokounmpo, you could lose to the Miami Heat in the first round. Okay? If you lose an Embiid, you could lose to the Celtics in the first round. I mean, you could do that because you can't have 3 deep at every position. Some of y'all think you can. You cannot. Okay? You cannot. The Knicks are really good. That they're 2 deep at every position, and they are. They're 2 deep at every position. That's really good. Okay? No, I'm not looking at the draft. The Knicks don't have a number 1 pick this year, and I'm glad they don't. Okay? We don't need nobody in this draft. Nobody in this draft. And in fact, that's why Emmanuel Quickley is better than everybody coming into this draft this year. Why do I say that? Because he's ready. He's already proven he can play a starter role at the point guard right now. He's better than everybody in this draft this year. So if you want to trade Emmanuel Quickley, you can get back some draft capital. Okay? You can get back some draft capital because Emmanuel Quickley is better than everybody in this draft right now. Better than everybody in this draft because he's already proven in the NBA. None of these kids are proven in the NBA. They got all of these kids are potential. Some of them are going to be superstars. Some of them are going to be busts. That's how it goes in the league. Okay. Some superstars, some busts. That's what you're going to have. Emmanuel Quickley's not a bust. He's already an NBA level starter. Okay. So you're going to get assets for him. Dio, thanks for the $2. Attach a pick as an asset to unload for you. Maybe. I might. Whatever it takes, I need to unload him. I need to get his salary off my books. Okay, I need to get his salary. And if I can get an expiring money for him, I take the expiring money and get rid of him. Okay, as quickly as I can. I don't care what I'm getting back. Am I getting expiring $19 million? Okay. Okay. Or if I can flip him to somebody with cap space, like in Oklahoma City or Houston, can I flip him? I'll add a pick and flip him for cap space. I'll do that. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, what we want, brethren, at the end of the day, I want Barrett, Brunson, Mitch, Deuce, Sims, Grimes, Obi, and I want some minimum contracts to fill out the roster. That's all I want right now. That's all I want right now. Okay, I'm trusting Jericho Sims behind Mitchell Robinson. I trust Jericho Sims to be my Mitchell Robinson backup. I'm not worried about that. I really trust Jericho Sims. Okay, I believe he's good enough. I'm not worried about that. I'm trusting Deuce to back up Jalen Brunson next year. He could do that. Okay, I'm trusting Obi to take the next step. If you give him 20, 30 minutes a game, I know he could do that. I trust in that. You got to trust what you have, brethren. Stop hating your own players. Trust what you got. Jericho has already proven himself. He can step in when you need him. He needs minutes. Okay, he needs minutes. I believe we got shooting already. See, again, just because Grimes had a tough time this year, just think about the development, and over the summer, Grimes is going to be dead. I'm not worried about shooting. We got it. We got it. My brother Grimes can do his thing. I'm not worried about shooting. Not at all. No. Yeah, Grimes is that dude. Okay. And remember now, we got Josh Hart still. Okay. We got Josh Hart on the bench. He's not a shooter. Josh Hart is a defensive dude. But some of you people are still sleeping on Deuce McBride. He can shoot a lot better than people realize. Deuce can shoot the rock a lot better. Again, these kids need minutes. in order to get into the game. They need minutes, okay? So I'm not worried about shooting. I'm not worried about – you remember 2 years ago, they went and got Evan Fournier and Kemba Walker thinking they were going to get shooting. How'd that work out? How'd that work out? We got shooting. We're not worried about that, okay? Yeah, we're not worried about that. We good. We good, okay? Send the art man, Monty Williams, out. How long do you think Booker stays there? I keep my eye on that. Also, this offseason, it's imperative to remove Randall. I understand that. Send the art man. Thanks for the $10. Yes. If Booker wants to come to New York, I don't know. I definitely we're looking at Booker. Okay, we're looking at Booker. Now, you want to be real about it? Booker would cost you Quentin Grimes. Booker would cost you Quentin Grimes. You're not getting an all-NBA superstar in Devin Booker without giving up. You got to bring ass to get ass. You'll know that. So you're going to have to give up Quentin Grimes. You may have to give up RJ and Quentin Grimes. You may have to do both to get a Devin Booker. There's just, but you have to do both. You're not going to, RJ straight up for Booker. That's not going to work. No, that's not going to work. Come on, y'all. Think about you. You got an all-NBA superstar in his 20s, just starting his prime. You're going to take a 22-year-old guy still in development for that? Come on, man. Be real. Hell no. You better bring me some. I need RJ, I need Quentin, and I need 2 unprotected number ones, or at least 2 number ones. And we could talk about Devin Booker. Okay? Nah, you're not, no, forget that. Forget that. But no, I don't want to do that because I love Quentin Grimes. Okay? Quentin Grimes is my guy for the next 10 years at the 2-guard spot. I want to keep him there. Okay? But if you're talking about Devin Booker, that's what you're talking about having to give up. You're not going to just get Devin Booker for some chump change. You're not going to do that. You got to give up some stuff to get Devin Booker. Okay? Yeah. Randall is really the key here. And this is the thing. This is the problem. And I've said this repeatedly. Randall has talent. Obviously, he's a tremendously talented basketball player. He's got a terrible basketball IQ. And his mental makeup is easily able to get somebody to get in his head, and he starts pouting, and then he's done. But he is a tremendously talented basketball player. Well, so what does this add up to? He's a third option on a playoff team. If he comes into a situation where he understands he's the third option, he'll be a lot better player than he is in New York right now. If you put him on Dallas and make him the third option, he's going to be a lot better there, a lot better player. Okay. But in New York, the problem is he has been set up to be the elder statesman and the leader. And he's not that. He's not that. That's not him. He's not that. Okay. Okay. He's not that. So that's the problem. So you got to trade Randall. You can't just dish him off on somebody like he's garbage. You got to really think about this. He's an all-NBA power forward. You want to get something for him. That's why I like the KP for Juju move. I like that move, or Jeremy Grant for Juju. I like that move because it's a lateral move for most teams, and then we're getting something in return that will help us become a better team. No, forget Zion. That's not going to happen. Forget Zion. Come on, let's get off the crack. We're not getting Zion Williams. Okay, that's not happening. All right, no. Zion Williamson's under contract. He just signed a long-term extension. He's not going anywhere. Okay, so let's forget Zion. Grant is unrestricted. KP has an option, so they're available. Okay, Mikal Bridges wants to play with his Villanova buddies. That's why he's possible, but the Nets don't have to trade him. Okay, the Nets don't have to trade him. Jaylen Brown, only if the Celtics lose today is that even a remote possibility. If the Celtics win today, it's off the table. You can forget Jaylen Brown. If the Celtics win today, forget Jaylen Brown. He's off the table. Okay, if the Celtics lose today and don't make the Eastern Conference Finals, there's a 50% chance Brown is available. Other than that, let's stop talking about people that are under contract. You're not getting Zion Williamson. You're not getting John Moran. Stop it. Wake up. Okay? Sober up. You're not getting it. Lewis Luck, $5. If Randall stays, I think he's probably third option. Yes, that's what I'm saying. But he doesn't think of himself on the Knicks as a third option. That's the problem. He will never do that because he was not brought in to be a third option. So in New York, he would never take that back seat. He would never do it. Okay, he would never do it. No, Joe Curry. Joe Curry, stop. Come on, man. Why you take such extreme positions, my brother? John Morant is in like his fourth year, and he's a superstar already. He's not going anywhere. He's not going to be out of the NBA. Why? Because he had a gun charge? Stop it. Did he rape somebody? Did he beat up his wife? Come on, man. Yeah. Stop it. Yeah, well, okay, he's suspended. But that's too much talent to let walk out the door. That ain't going to happen. He's going to stay there in Memphis, not out of the NBA. Come on, man. No, the only guy we're talking about moving is Julius Randle. And the money has to work. Ace of Spade, I hear what you're saying. But again, some of y'all, please differentiate what Tibbs says publicly with what goes on behind closed doors. Okay? Tibbs is never publicly going to down Julius Randle. You'll have to understand that. And not only that, he's not going to bring Randle's value down by saying anything negative about him in public. Y'all need to understand that. You don't know what will happen behind the scenes. Okay? So I wouldn't pay attention to what Tibbs is saying publicly as far as Julius Randle's concerned, because he's not going to bring down his value, and he's never going to publicly humiliate Julius Randle. He's never going to do that. Okay, so that's not going to happen. So don't pay too much attention to what he says about Randle to the news media, because Tibbs is too smart for that. Okay. I'm not going to do a stretch provision for Fournier. I want that money off my books, period. I want to get rid of him, and they could do it. They may have to attach quickly, but I'll do it. I want to get rid of that, and I want some draft capital in return. That's what I want. Malik Shabazz, $2. He got caught with another gun. Did he? Okay, so then he gets suspended, period. He's a kid, y'all. Come on. Ja is a street brother from the bricks, man. Come on, man. Come on. I ain't worried about Ja Morant. I'm not worried about Ja Morant. Yeah, so he's going to be in Memphis, just like, hey, listen, Bridges was the other one. Miles, he just beat up his woman in front of his baby, and he's coming back to Charlotte. He's suspended and coming back to Charlotte. If anybody would be out of the league, it would be him, okay? I've seen dudes rape women and still be in the NBA. They get suspended for a year, still be in the NBA, okay? There was a guy from the University of San Quentin Daly, back in the day, really talented player, raped a girl. Out for a year, was back in the NBA later. Okay? Come on. Daggone Latrell tried to choke PJ Carlissimo to death, and he was back in the NBA. Look, when you talented in a star-driven league, they'll figure it out, bro. Don't worry. He'll be back. He'll be back. Ja might be suspended, but he'll be back. Okay? Yeah, so the only guy I'm looking to really trade, aside from Fournier, is Julius Randle. If I can trade Julius Randle and get a KP for him or get a Jeremy Grant for him, the Knicks are a better team. That's all I'm saying to y'all. At the end of the day, the Knicks are a better team if they can replace that spot with either Kristaps Porzingis or a Jeremy Grant, and then keep Obi Toppin. Okay, if we can keep Obi. Now, if they're not going to trade Julius Randle, Obi's leaving. And I hate to see that. Obi's leaving. Okay, Obi's leaving. Okay. But AB, what y'all refuse to hear is Memphis is not going to let Ja Morant walk. So y'all could please get off of that crack, man. Ja's staying in Memphis. He's not going anywhere. Okay, he just needs to calm his young behind down with these gats, man. Once he gets that, he's gonna be all right. Yeah, Dylan Brooks, I don't care where he goes. I don't care where he goes. Okay. Yeah, these are kids, man. That's right, Dio. So I'm not worried about that. But get off that crack. Zion ain't coming to New York. Ingram ain't coming to New York. Ja ain't coming to New York. Cat ain't coming to New York. You're not getting these guys. Okay. You're not getting any of them. You're not getting none of them. They're not coming to New York. Get that out your head. They're not coming to New York. Who's available? Brown, Grant, KP. These guys are actually available. Okay. Brown, Grant, KP. These guys are actually available. Think about which one you want. Okay. Looking at RJ draft again, Zion is fat and refused to play when his team needed it. Ja and his troubles. RJ, yeah, RJ's a good citizen. Is he not? RJ don't get in trouble. RJ don't get in trouble. You don't see him carrying a gun, getting arrested, beating up somebody. RJ don't do that. Okay? I'll take RJ. Give me RJ. And he wanted to be in New York too? Give me this kid. I'll keep RJ Barrett. Okay? I'm keeping RJ Barrett. Okay? Yeah, I agree. Bass Reeves, the combination of Grant, Grimes, Mitch turns Knicks into a top-tier defensive team. Exactly. Giving Tibbs a defensive-minded guy at the 4 spot, we're good. RJ can shoot when he needs to. Don't worry. I'm not worried about RJ at 22 can't shoot. Stop it. He's not even 4 years from his prime, and you tell me what he can't do. Stop it. Stop it. Look further than the last week. Okay? Stop it. Okay? Some of y'all tripping, man. It was last year some of y'all was talking about Obi can't shoot, and Obi was leading the team in three-point percentage. Y'all need to calm down. Okay? Calm down. I don't know if he's asking Engel. I don't know if Edwards if Ant extended or not. I don't know. But I have a feeling, well, obviously Minnesota have his rights, so he's not going anywhere. Oh no, Damian Lillard, please stop. 50 million for somebody that's stop it. We got Brunson. You don't need another point guard. Stop talking about point guards. You don't need another point guard. You just signed Jalen Brunson. He just scored 41 on Friday. Stop tripping. No more point guards. Oh my gosh, man. No, I don't want Obi for Pat Williams. Damn. Oh my God. No. Yo, come on, man. Kuzma, him and his pink sweaters can stay in Washington or wherever the hell he wants to go. I don't want him in New York either. No, thank you. Kuzma, come on. If you've been around long enough, you would know Kuzma is one of them guys that was in a contract year that played his tail off because he wants that money. Once he signs the deal, you're getting nothing from him. So, no. Leave Kuzma and his pink sweaters and his dresses and whatever the hell else he wants to wear in Washington. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay? Get rid of Mitch. There is help available for opioid abuse. You can just Google opioid abuse help. It will help you with your delusions. Did you just say trade Mitchell Robinson? What the hell is wrong with some of y'all? You got to be out of your freaking mind. Oh my gosh, some of y'all. Forget Luka. Luka ain't coming nowhere. Luka's on Dallas. He's under a $200 million deal. Stop tripping. Come on, man. Come on. Dang. This ain't NBA 2K. You must be 15 years old, man. You must be. You got to be 15 years old. You can't be. You can't have any level of maturity if you're talking about getting Luka Doncic. You just really can't. And you're talking about trading your defensive anchor. You really? What? Because he can't shoot foul shots? Oh my God, man. Anyway. Barrett, Brunson, Mitchell Robinson, Deuce, Sims, and Grimes, I'm keeping them. If I can trade Julius Randle and get Jeremy Grant or Kristaps Porzingis, I'm doing it yesterday. No, we didn't have to think about that twice. Don't even need to think about that twice. Okay? Don't. Done. Okay? Done. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about, y'all. So, like I said, why would Julius be out? Why would we trade Julius? Just want to be clear here. He's unpredictable as far as his attitude. Even the staunchest Julius supporters who yell the 2010 number every time we talk about him, he's unpredictable with his attitude. Unpredictable. He can mope or he can be happy. You don't know. Okay? He's proven that he's not a big-time playoff performer. This is his second playoffs. He's 28. He's in his prime. This is when you expect him to have his biggest playoff games. He's 28. He has not been producing in the playoffs. I don't think there's any argument about that. Okay, so when you're looking at the talent of a Julius Randle with those type of things that you're dealing with, he's a third option on a playoff team, and he would play very well in that position. He will not accept that position in New York. Okay, so that's why he would go. Obi Toppin has shown flashes when he's given consistent bigger minutes. Whenever he's got the opportunity to start, more often than not, he goes off. Okay, more often than not. He's extension eligible. You don't have to extend him until 2024, and he'll be 26 years old. He's not going to want to play 10, 12 minutes a game anymore. He would leave if they keep Randle. If the Knicks keep Randle, Obi's gone. Okay, Emmanuel Quickley. He wants to be a starter. He wants to be a starter. I didn't really catch Michael Drake. I didn't catch that statement, but I did hear Perkins. Perkins said Julius pouts too much. He said when Julius don't get things his way, he starts to pout and he hurts the team. That's 100% true. He starts to pout and he hurts the team. I didn't get what's his boy? I didn't get Kenyon Martin's statement. Okay, so I need somebody with more predictable mental makeup that has a better IQ, and that can help the Knicks move forward. Both Kristaps Porzingis and Jeremy Grant represent that, and both of those guys allow us to keep Obi Toppin, and I'd like to do that if we could. So to me, you get two pluses. You get rid of a guy that's unpredictable, that can get you something back, and then you keep a guy that you drafted that can get more minutes. I do that, okay? IQ is likely not going to stay. Now, how can he stay? If he accepts a backup role and they can give him starter money, which is going to be very difficult to do. They could do it, but you're talking about taxable money in 2024. Taxable. Okay, the Knicks would be in big time tax territory. And he wants to start. As long as Brunson has got the keys, which he's going to have, IQ is not starting for the New York Knicks unless Brunson is hurt. He's not starting. Okay, so you're going to try to get what you can. What you can get, I believe, you can get a nice return for Emmanuel Quickley. He's a starter. He's a starter level talent. So you can get a nice return for him. And I know, like I said, Miami would be interested. Washington would be interested. Houston would be interested. You have a number of teams that would be interested. The Clippers would be interested. Boston might be interested. You have a number of teams that would be interested in Emmanuel Quickley as a starter. Okay, a number of teams that will be interested in Emmanuel Quickley as a starter. Okay, so I would try to, and then you do have Deuce McBride that you can bring up into that, and you still have that defense. You give him more minutes, he's going to play better. So you have a number of teams that would be interested in Emmanuel Quickley. You should be able to get something for him. You should be able to move Fournier's contract as well. Okay, if you can attach it. Lewis, look, thanks for the $5. We can trade Randall to Miami and attach Stephen A. Smith. That's right. Attach that stupid idiot to make it work. I agree with you. I agree with you, Lewis. Look, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, I don't care where we trade. Some of y'all get all hooked up in what team you're going to. This ain't the same league as it was in the 90s and 80s where you don't want somebody to be in your division or anything. That don't matter. That don't matter anymore. That's past, man. I don't care what team you trade him to. You could trade him across the street to Brooklyn. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. That's whatever. Okay. Bam did work. That's what I'm saying. Julius didn't do anything. How you going to get 15 points in a closeout game? Like, wait. Y'all think that that's acceptable? You're going to get 15 points and 5, 11, whatever in a closeout game? You got a closeout game in Miami. He's one of your two superstars, two of your big three. I could let RJ off the hook. He's 22, but you're talking about a 28-year-old dude in his prime. You have a big game and you drop 15. You're a 2010 guy in a big game and you drop 15. You're a 2010 guy in a big game and you drop 15. I'm sorry, man. I can't go with that. I just can't. I can't go with that. I like him. I'm glad him and Kendra have a beautiful family, 2 beautiful children, set up financially, multi-generational wealth. Good. but I can't do that. You can't come in Miami and we need a big game from you, and you don't bring the tight defense we need, and you drop 15. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I can't. Okay. So I'm looking for an upgrade at my 4 spot. I got Obi Toppin. I want to keep Obi Toppin. And so I got to get him more minutes. Therefore, I could get a KP and play KP and then let KP play 25 minutes and give Obi Toppin 23 minutes. They could split time at the 4. Okay. And whoever's playing better, bring them in the 4th quarter. I have no problem with that. Okay. And you bring those 2 dudes in and you get Mitch Rob with them, please. They'd be rough, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. They'd be rough, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. They'd be rough. They'd be rough. They'd be a problem. David Byer, he only has availability issues if you play him too many minutes. If you restrict his minutes, he's going to be really good. Really good. If you restrict his minutes to 25, 28 a game, he's going to be really good. And you still got Obi Toppin. No, I'm telling you. Yeah, I do want Obi. Obi's a New York guy, drafted 8 by the Knicks. I want to keep Obi. I ain't friend because Obi could play. Obi's a starter level dude. He could play. Okay. I'm not worried about Obi. I'm not one of these that's doubting his talent. I believe in Obi Toppin. He's a starter level NBA player. So yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I understand that. Speaker effort is exactly right. I think the best thing we could say about Julius Randle is that his attitude is unpredictable. Can we agree? Some of y'all say, well, he doesn't have that bad of an attitude. Okay, but you don't know what you're going to get from game to game from him as far as his attitude. A ref can get in his head. Another player can get in his head. Okay, you don't know. And that's the problem. You don't know. Okay, every game you get Grant, you know what you're getting every game, every single night. You get KP, you know what you're getting every night. Okay, maybe he's going to miss some games. Okay, we got Obi Toppin. Fine. But you know what you're getting every night. A 3-point shooter that can weak side help on, and he's really good at weak side defense. Y'all need to pay attention. He don't have the mobility he used to have, but 7'4" with 7'4" wingspan, he is weak side rim protection. So when Mitch Rob got to help out on somebody, they still got to deal with KP. So yeah, man. Oh yeah. And we still got Obi Toppin. No, I'm good. I would do that in a heartbeat. I would do that. Yeah, I would do that in a heartbeat. I'm gonna tell you what. If you had Obi Toppin and KP platooning at the 4, we would beat Miami. We'd have beat Miami. Yeah, injury-prone KP. I'm taking him. He plays enough games. How many games? Some of y'all tripping on injury-prone. Did you actually look at his stats from this year? How many games did he play? Let's see. All y'all tripping about injury-prone KP. Do you really know what you're talking about, or are you just going on reputation? Let me just check. I want to see how many games did he play this year. How many games did Kristaps Porzingis play this year? Tell me now. Who y'all know so damn much? All right, so he played 65 games this year. 65. I would take that. If I can get 65 games from Kristaps Porzingis every year, I'll take that. Okay? And if you've actually paid attention like I have, I've watched him. I've been watching their games. I had him on NBA TV. And you know what I learned watching him? He's more mature, both as a man and as a player. He doesn't take the risk he used to take physically. He knows how to preserve his body. Nah, man, I'm taking KP. I'm taking him. I'm telling y'all. Y'all need to pay attention. That boy right there, I'm taking him. Okay. Yep. And the outside shooting. Okay. In the 65 game season for KP, I say there's going to be at least 10 games where he's going to shoot at least 4 3-pointers. At least 10. He's going to drop 40 a couple of times. Okay. And he's not going to give you no attitude. He's going to pass the basketball. He's not going to try to break it up on his own dribble and turn it over. He's not going to do that. He's going to hand it to a guard. That's what he's going to do. Okay. And then he's in that. He's really good in the triangle because Tibbs runs the triangle. He'll sit there on that foul line extended and hit all cutters. And if you don't catch him, he'll flush it on you. So look, man, I'm taking that all day, every day, and I'm not even thinking twice. I hope the Knicks think like that. Okay, I really hope they're not stuck on Julius Randle's nutsack. I hope they're not. I want to move off of this cat as soon as I can. As soon as I can. If KP wants to come to New York, come on back, KP. We welcome you back. Come on, brother. Come on back. That's all I'm saying. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would definitely do that. Okay. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, brethren. I would do it in a heartbeat. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. This same team that we have right now, okay, the same rotation, not the whole team, but the rotation. You put Deuce in there for IQ, okay? You put Sims in there for Hartenstein if you need to. But let's say we're able to keep Hartenstein. So you have this same rotation. You're keeping Obi. You move Deuce up. You trade Randall. Now you have KP or Jeremy Grant starting at the 4. This is a 50-plus win team. Did you hear me? This is a 50-plus win team. Okay. If you hit the same team, Brunson, Grimes, RJ, Mitchell, and you take at the 4 spot, you either put KP, Obi, or Grant, you're winning 50 games next year. You're winning 50 games. You might even have a first round bye. You're winning 50 games next year. Okay. You're winning 50 games next year. For what, Trini? In front of who? See, Trini, that's what I'm saying. Why are you mentioning Gary Trent Jr. and Bruce Brown? I'm not saying they're bad players, but where the hell are they going to play? In front of who? In front of who? For how many minutes? Come on, y'all got to think a little bit. For how many minutes? In front of who? And you know we don't have the money to be spending on that. Come on, man. Stop it. No. We just need one guy to be replaced. That's it. It's Julius Randle. That's it. We don't need to be adding anything. No NBA 2K trades. What? Because you got a higher NBA 2K rating? Oh, we got to put him in there somewhere? No. We're playing money ball. We think of Oakland Athletics. We're playing money ball right now. Okay, we're playing money ball. We got shooters. Grimes is a shooter. Stop tripping. Grimes is a shooter. We got shooters. Brunson's a shooter. We got shooters. Okay, we got shooters. And if you add KP, we really got shooters. Yes, Grimes. Grimes is Allen Houston 2.0. Look further than this playoff series. Try to look further because he's 23 years old. Try to look a little further than NBA 2K. Okay? Grimes is a shooter, and he's going to be really good next year. He's going to get more minutes. There's no question. Some people was out here talking about starting Fournier. We need the shooting. This was last summer, some of you idiots. Start Fournier. We need the shooting. I'm telling you, Grimes is the guy. Let him come into camp healthy this year. Hell, no, man. Grimes is the guy. Grimes is not good enough. Okay, Eric. Okay, no problem. Grimes is the guy. Okay. Grimes only in his second year, y'all. Dude, please. Exactly, Prezi. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about long-term sustainable winning, and y'all talking about short-term moves, man. Stop it. Grimes is the best perimeter defender in the starting lineup. And beside Deuce, he's the best perimeter defender on the team. He's better than Hart, better than Josh Hart. And Josh Hart's in his prime. Man, please. Deuce is not a shooter. Okay, short term. Okay, short sight. Hey, man, get a pair of these so you can know NBA talent when you see it. Deuces can shoot the ball. Deuce can shoot the rock. He just needs consistent minutes. He can't shoot the rock if you're getting him 2 minutes at a time or 30 seconds at the end of the third quarter. You got to have him in the game, and he's going to shoot. He can shoot the rock, okay? I mean, stop it. Come on. Dag, man. Dag gone. No, we don't need DiVincenzo. If we were going to get DiVincenzo, you might as well keep Emmanuel Quickly. Okay? Come on. You got what you need already on your roster. Just keep this same team together. Just switch this one dude. Give me somebody, a Grant, a Brown, a KP for Julius Randle. One of them. Give me one of them. And just keep the team together. I don't know. Rokas where are you going to play Rokas? I don't know. They got rights to him. He's in Europe. See? Yeah, he's in Europe. Okay. He's a good player, but he ain't got no place to play. The Knicks are stacked. That's what I'm saying to y'all. Y'all naming all these guys. Like, you can't. Well, who are you replacing? Come on. Nah. Yeah, nah. Give me Grant. Give me KP. We good. We good. No, we good. Give me Grant. Give me KP. We good. We good. No, I don't need old behind Jay Crowder who think he better than he really is. He done. Jay Crowder's finished. Sometimes you got to take a hard look. Jay Crowder is over. His time is done. No, Malik Monk is staying in the Kings organization with his boy. He's not going anywhere. They're going to keep him. So, yeah, no, not Malik Monk. No, he's staying with the Kings. He found a home. He's staying with the Kings. No, you're not going to get Randall for Brown straight up. Or you might. I don't know. I don't want to say definitely not. I don't think that's an impossibility. Trading one all-NBA player for another. Come on. What you talking about? Nah. And then you get a legitimate power forward. Tatum's been playing power forward, and he's not a power forward. Yeah. No, we're good. Yeah. Siakam, I would trade Siakam for Randall. I would do that. But I don't believe you understand dealing with Masai Ujiri. Just think Danny Ainge and brown skin. That's Masai Ujiri. So forget Toronto. You think dealing with Ainge is rough? You ain't Masai Ujiri. No. I'm hanging up because it's him. Hey, what you think about the trade, Clint? We want to what? No, Clint. Masai Ujiri? No, thank you. That boy's going to rip you off and laugh at you when he's done. Name a forward that plays defense. Jeremy Grant, Kristaps Porzingis. Both of them play defense. Okay? Well, are you looking for Dennis Rodman? He doesn't exist. Okay, that's done. But Kristaps Porzingis, Jeremy Grant, Mikal Bridges, they all play defense. Okay, Mikal Bridges, Jaylen Brown, Jeremy Grant, Kristaps Porzingis, they all play defense. Okay, I'll take all of them. And they are all better defenders than Julius Randle. All of them are better defenders than Julius Randle. Pascal Siakam, better defender than Julius Randle. All of them. All of them are all. Let me see. Pascal Siakam, Jaylen Brown, Jeremy Grant, Kristaps Porzingis, Mikal Bridges. They're all better defenders. They're all better, higher IQ than Julius Randle. They all got better attitudes than Julius Randle. All three of them, all four. Jaylen Brown, Jeremy Grant, Kristaps Porzingis, Mikal Bridges, Pascal Siakam. They got better attitude, more high IQ, better defense, better effort than Julius Randle. All of them. All of them. Okay? And I'm not just trying to say that to make a point, except it does make a point. They all are better. Okay? And if I can get any of them cats for Julius, I'm doing it today. Okay? Today. So it's going to be an interesting draft night. The Knicks don't have a number one pick. So we're going to see what happens on draft night. It's going to be very interesting. They got a lot of picks after that, though, 24 through whatever. The Knicks got serious picks. They got serious picks. And like I said, Kristaps Porzingis can opt out. He might want to stay in Washington. I don't know why he would do that, but he might want to stay in Washington. He could opt out and become an unrestricted free agent. Jeremy Grant is an unrestricted free agent. If the Celtics lose, there's 50-50 Brown leaves. That's available. The only guy of the guys I've named that you probably are not going to get unless the Nets decide to trade him is Mikal Bridges. He's under contract. They got him for $21 million, which is dirt cheap for that talent level. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we'll be in good shape. Don't worry about it. See, y'all got to understand, next year, Mitch Robb is 25. He's in his 6th year. He's a vet. Brunson, be 27. He's a vet. You got vets. Don't worry about that. You're okay. Okay? We're all right. I'm not calling New Orleans for Zion unless I drink too much wine. If I drink too much wine or too much whiskey, then I'm calling. Otherwise, if I'm not drunk, I'm not calling New Orleans for Zion Williamson. Yeah, let's see if Ewing's available. You know what? We should go get Michael Jordan, I heard, or Scottie Pippen. I heard he's working out. Let's go get Scottie. What y'all think? Poole. What is it? Jordan Poole. That's who it is. Let's go get Jordan Poole. If he's not getting punched in the face, let's go get him. Oh my gosh, man. Y'all crazy, man. Oh my gosh. I gotta go. So look, I want to thank y'all for the support. Please enjoy your Mother's Day. Okay. We're going to talk more because we got some more. We're going to go more in depth into some of these things during the course of the week. Especially, we'll have something to talk about if Boston loses today. If Boston loses today, there's going to be something to talk about. Yep, the Knicks, and it's possible that Dallas can go to 11. If Dallas drops to 11, we got something to talk about. Not that the Knicks would really draft anybody in this draft, but we got trade bait. I'm telling you right now, we don't need anybody in this draft. Got trade bait. But some of y'all funny. Thank you all very much for showing up today, though. It's really a pleasure to hang out with y'all a little bit. Let me go get this Mother's Day stuff together. Y'all enjoy your Mother's Day. All mothers, please enjoy your day today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe out there. Shalom.